Your favorite content creators and favorite people, honestly, you follow here on this app. Be a part of this amazing community called the Nerd Initiative.
Welcome to Fandoms, a show from every fan's point of view, brought to you by the Nerd Initiative Network. Here's your hosts, Tony and Michael.
Hello and welcome to Fandoms Episode 8. This is the episode right before Christmas Eve. I hope you all are having a wonderful holiday for whatever holiday celebrations you actually observe. And I just want to take a moment and do a quick recording for this episode because both Michael and I are sick. We've both had COVID. Michael just recently and myself since we came back from Disney literally right after the last show. We have a couple things that we're going to share today. Mickey, the voice of CWK, is going to talk about Star Wars, and we of course have Pooja with her Pujas Picks, but absolutely want to just go ahead and go over a couple things that have happened recently and discuss those things with you. That way, we're not just saying we're sick. We're going to give you something for this episode. We've got some more information regarding Daredevil Born Again. Matt Murdock himself, of course, Charlie Cox, has come out and said they will be keeping the dark theme for the Daredevil series, but it will not be as gory as it was back when it was done under the Netflix banner. Some fans may be upset with that, but honestly, if we still get a good storyline, if we still get good character development, maybe something not as much as what we saw with Wilson Fisk in the Hawkeye series, which kind of made him more gimmicky and comic booky, but definitely in a way that they portray these characters where we don't have to necessarily see the gore. We don't have to see somebody decapitated, by a car door, but at least give us something that's a little bit more darker and gritty than the rest of the MCU. For those of you who are upset that Henry Cavill is not going to be able to do Superman any further in the DC studios, or that he lost his role because of this promised role with Netflix's Witcher, should be happy to know that he is going to be producing and starring in a Warhammer series, which honestly is one of those things that Henry Cavill loves. He's a huge gamer, so we should definitely be looking forward to that. Now let's go ahead and share a little bit from what we can look forward to in 2023 with Star Wars with Mickey.
Fandoms, what's up? It's your boy CWK. It's almost Christmas, which means it's almost the end of the year, and we're looking forward to 2023. With that being said, I thought we'd talk about 6 Star Wars projects confirmed for Disney Plus in 2023. First up is Bad Batch Season 2.
Months have passed since the events on Kamino, and the Bad Batch continue navigating the Empire after the fall of the Republic. They will cross paths with friends and foes as they take on a variety of thrilling missions that will take them to unexpected and dangerous new places.
Next up, we have Season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Din Djarin has reunited with Grogu. Meanwhile, the New Republic struggles to lead the galaxy away from its dark history. The Mandalorian will cross paths with old allies and make new enemies as he and Grogu continue their journey together.
Now something for the younger Star Wars fans at heart, Young Jedi Adventures.
Set during the High Republic era, Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures follows younglings as they study the ways of the Force and learn valuable skills needed to become the Jedi. Compassion, self-discipline, teamwork, patience, and friendship.
This will be the first full-length animated Star Wars series created exclusively for preschoolers. Next up is a personal favorite of mine, Star Wars Visions Season 2.
Volume 2 will feature stories from creative teams from Chile, France, Japan, India, Ireland, Spain, South Africa, South Korea, the UK, and the US to showcase the incredible animation happening across each country and culture through the mythos of Star Wars.
Next up is the Ahsoka series, which takes place after the fall of the Empire as Ahsoka investigates a new emerging threat to the galaxy.
The ensemble will include Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Ray Stevenson, Matthew Law, Iman Esfandi as Ezra Bridger, and Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader and/or Anakin Skywalker.
An exciting note here is that Dave Filoni will be heavily invested and will direct a few episodes himself. And it was strongly hinted by Filoni at Star Wars Celebration that the Ghost Crew would be reuniting in live action. Next up, Skeleton Crew starring Jude Law, about a group of kids lost in the galaxy.
The show has been in production in Los Angeles and other California locations since early July, and it has either wrapped by now or is about to. John Watts will be directing with a script by Chris Ford.
Well, that's the Star Wars Disney Plus slate for 2023. I hope you're as excited as I am. I can't wait to see where the Star Wars universe takes us, as well as all the other fandoms out there. 2023 is going to be wild. I hope you have a happy holidays and a happy new year, and I can't wait to see you in 2023.
Mickey, thank you so much for giving us a rundown of what to look forward to in 2023 when it comes to Star Wars. Now, something else to look forward to in 2023 is if Marvel continues following their 45 to, whatever day release schedule from theater to Disney Plus, in the first couple weeks of January, we should be getting Wakanda Forever on Disney Plus to stream. If you're looking forward to something to watch during the holiday season while you're off and away from work or school, here are some recommendations from Pooja and Pujas Picks.
Hey movie nerds, this is Pooja and I'm here to bring you the latest in movie news. Let's get started.
For all you musical biopic lovers, the Whitney Houston biopic I Want to Dance with Somebody is finally out today. The movie follows Whitney Houston on her journey to becoming the famous pop singer that fans grew to know and love. The long-awaited sequel, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, also makes its way to theaters as part of the Shrek universe. The animated feature film follows Puss in Boots as he reaches his 9th and final cat life as a result of his frisky, adventurous life. In true Puss in Boots fashion, he sets out on one last adventure to restore his 9 lives. And finally, following this year's theme of movies that are about making movies, Babylon is now out in theaters. The movie depicts the rise and fall of its many characters as we see how Hollywood transitions from silent to sound films during the 1920s. You can bet I'll be seated for this one. Well, that's it for my picks of the week. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get back to Michael and Tony.
Pooja, thank you for that great rundown of picks of the week. I know I'm looking forward to Puss in Boots with my family. We're hoping to see it as soon as possible. But with that said, before we end the show tonight, I wanted to just thank you, and I know on behalf of Michael, he would agree with me. Thank you so much for being here for Fandoms, as well as for our Nerd Initiative website, the TikTok channel, on YouTube, watching our videos, whether it be our interviews with different creators, our own team, or even people like Oscar-winning John Caglione Jr. We have had a fantastic time this year getting you to be able to meet people online that you may have never been able to contact before. We just started doing our website back in May, and we've seen so much growth. We've had so many great creators be a part of it, and we thank you for being able to be there to consume and to share our content so that we can become something more than just an idea. With that said, 2022 has been fantastic, and we look forward to 2023 being even better. With that said, I am here to be able to tell you that we will be at C2E2 this year at the end of March, beginning of April. You'll see a number of us from Nerd Initiative. So far, Michael and I are sure to be there. We've also got JJ, Mickey, Donovan, and Sean that will all be there during the show, and probably a bunch more. But we'll keep you tuned with that once we know for certain who's coming. But we're definitely going to be there, so look for us. You might see some swag, you might get some swag, or at least be a part of one of our videos. But with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday, have a wonderful season, Happy New Year, and just looking forward to next year. We can't wait to see what happens with us and you together.